Okay, so you've just seen what the final result looks like. Let me actually take you inside the program and actually show you kind of no holds barred, you know, actually how the program works. So this little T button calls up the timeline where you can see the different scenes of your presentation. If you want to go to a particular one, you can just select it and go play from here, and you can see that it will you know, play, and then you know, so you don't have to play it from the beginning all the time, so that's a real big time saver. You can also see, you know, the durations of each one and set the drawing time in this kind of overview mode there as well. The other thing we can do is we've got the little this little play bar thing here, the scrub wheel speed, to see how it's going as well. Okay, so basically anything you want to change, you can just double click on the things to select it, and then you can set your properties here. So we've got different things that we can do. You know, we can draw it with the hand, draw it without the hand, just, you know, drop it in, fade it in, or just have the image appear. If it is you know, a drag in, you get all the direction arrows and all that kind of stuff. You can set the time before it comes in, after it's come in, and the time it actually takes to draw, which is all very nice. And then the other thing we've got, so there we go, we can edit the object and you know, change, you know, whatever you want about it, you know, the font, you know, obviously you can see that in real time. You can change the size, you can change the colour with the little colour picker thing here. Okay, whatever you want. So all very easy to do. If you want to change the text, you can just, you know, type it in, and there we go. So I'm not actually going to keep those changes, I'm going to keep what I had. So that's how you change an existing element. These little numbers just show you where they are in the scenes. You can turn that off in the view if you want, on a sequence number, but it's actually quite handy to see them there. So the other thing yeah, we might want to do is we might want a new scene. Okay, so create a space for it by, you know, moving this other stuff off the canvas. This is basically the, you know, the visual drawing area, if you like. And to add text, you literally just click the text button and, you know, type it in, and then the editing is just as I showed you a second ago. You know, you can change the font, whatever it is you want to, you know, do. You can change the color. Okay, and it would be done, and then you can literally just position it however you want. You can make it larger, smaller. You can rotate it as you can see. Okay, and then you just position it wherever you want, and then you know, when it plays, we can set the time that it takes to draw, and, you know, let it stay on screen for a little bit afterwards, whatever. And so that we don't have to play it from the beginning, we can just get it up in the timeline, okay, and do play from here, and you'll see that it's drawn there. It's over there because I didn't fix the camera position. So right mouse click, and we'll fix the camera, and actually we'll make it the focus as well, so it actually draws that bit. Okay, so now we'll go back to this timeline preview thing. Okay, play from here, and now you can see it's actually, you know, where we expect it to be in the screen, and it draws it, and then it fills it in. Okay, so that's good. So you're probably thinking, well, you know, well, that's good, but you know, how hard is it to do with a picture? Well, the picture's just as easy. It's got you know, its own you know, library of images which you can drag in, and, you know, they're all done. But you're probably thinking, you know, what if the image you want isn't there? So here I've made an image myself, and I'm just going to go and get it, and that's the image that I'm going to use. Okay, and when you bring in your own images, it's obviously going to kind of work out the tracing or the way it's going to draw. Now at the moment this is a very detailed image, and obviously it would have to draw every single little line, you know, to do it, and it wouldn't be particularly entertaining. So what you do is you use these two sliders to basically, you know, sort out the tracing. So I'm going to do about 50% there, so let me just turn the preview on. and it just takes a little second to calculate the preview, but you can see that's much cleaner now. Okay, and you can just experiment with the slider until you kind of get the effect you know that you want. Obviously if you go too far you start losing the detail. Actually that's okay. And then these little kind of lines, these little dots and stuff, you can get rid of that with the noise slider. And I'm going to put that up to about there. That was too much, so let's just bring that down a bit. It's sort of compromise in between, isn't it? It's the edges, the coins or not, so let's do about there, I think. Yeah, I think that's going to be kind of okay. So you know, we can always change our minds about that. So I'm just going to you know, put that on our screen. I don't actually want it to say hello world. Let's just change that to some different text. Let's do click to, there we do it. Okay, double click to move that. Okay, now I want this to be you know, where it is, so I'm going to right mouse click and do fix camera. I'm also going to set that to be the focus as well, and that should be it. So I'm just going to get the timeline up. I'm going to go back to that frame there. Actually I'm going to play it from there, so it's going to draw that, and then it should go to the text and fill that in, and then it does that. Okay, it wasn't quite what I was thinking, but I quite like that. That's quite good. So the only thing that was wrong there is that this bit of text here wasn't it didn't stay after it had written it. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to you know, to that frame. So I've just gone to the scene before it, just so that it's easier, it sits in the right place. Okay, so that's correct. So it's just this one here. Okay, so it's just that bit of text there. So I'm just going to double click to select it, and I just want to change the properties of that, and just at the end, you see there's no delay at the end. So I'm just going to set a little delay at the end so that it's going to stay on the screen. Okay, and that's how easy the whole thing is. I mean, you can see it's pretty intuitive. I'm just going to go back to the little bomb thing there. Okay, and then the text should stay on the screen, and then we should get the safe image, the money image that I created. Okay, but you can see it's pretty easy to use. It's pretty quick. It's very nice the way it does it. See there, it held on the screen for a little bit. There it made room, and then we got the thing, and then it slides up. If I wanted it to be in the position that it's you know, it stays in now, I can just set the camera, and there we go. Now again, just at the end there, this safe picture doesn't really stay in situ for long enough, and again it's because there's no delay on it. So just at the very end I'm going to do like a 4-second delay, and then it should stay there before the video ends. Okay, and then I'll just play it once more just so you can see. Okay, so we don't have to do it at the beginning every time, which is great, so we just take it from wherever we want to go from. Okay, so you can see what it's doing. Okay, it draws it, it fills it in, and it's going to be the text. The text is going to stay there for a little while, and then it's going to make room, and we're going to get our new image, new text and new image. Okay, that changed camera positions. There's the image that we imported ourselves, and it fills it in, and then it's held on the screen. That's what we wanted to happen. So I can save the entire project, which is fine. And then you're thinking, well, yeah, how hard is it to make a video? Is making a video very hard? And the answer is no, not at all. We can just go to the other thing that's quite nice is you can do individual screenshots as well. So if you've done your presentation, you know, like this, and you want it to be used as a still, you can do your snapshot there. Anyway, so we'll just do publish, and it asks us where we want to put it. I'm just going to put it in my desktop folder so I know where it is. There it is, in fact. And I'll just put the file extension on the end. There we go. And we just do save. And then basically you'll see that it will flash recording, and it will start to export. So here it goes. So it's basically, you know, capturing yeah, what we've created into a video file, and it's it's slower than real time, but obviously it's you know, it's making sure that all the frames are there, so that it's all very smooth, and that kind of thing. But it's still pretty quick. And obviously, you know, you can be drinking tea or pina coladas, whatever it is you want, whilst it does this. But I'm just going to stay with it just so you can see, you know, that it's real, I guess. So let's just give it a second. Last frame, last scene coming up. Sorry, scene, not frame. So it's just the only issue I've got with it is just remembering to double click to select something. I'm just used to single clicking things to select them, because that's what the other program I've got does. But this one is double click to select them. Okay, so there we are. That's happened. That's an image that I imported, and it's done. So it's just going to take a set of, you know, final second just to put the MP4 header on it. It basically creates an MP4 file, which is, you know, in the right format to go to YouTube or anywhere like that, or you can, you know, put it on your own blog or website with HTML5 if you prefer to do that. And it's done it. Okay, and we can just open that up. So yeah, it's here's our screen area. You can see it's very smooth. You know, nice quality. Okay, good sharp edges and everything. Very smooth. There can be sound on it as well. I just didn't add a soundtrack on this particular version. And then here's the image that I imported. Okay, it's basically drawn the detail. This is the comments okay, and then it stays there for a little minute because we set the time on it then, and then it finishes, and that's it. There we go. There is our MP4 video ready to go on to YouTube, and I'm basically going to add that to the you know, the original tune with the music, and make that into the video that you're watching now. That's it. That's how easy it is. You can see it really works. It really is that easy. You don't have to be an artist, and I think it's pretty fantastic. You know, I've used VideoScribe for a long time, and I actually prefer the way this draws. You know, the order of the line drawings, and it's you know, certainly pretty much as good as VideoScribe at doing the tracing and the drawing, and it's certainly very easy to use. So there we go. Anyway, that's it. You see it in action. There we go. See you then. Bye for now.